Hello, I'm Kenny from Owlbot. For the past 5 years, Owlbot has used the C500 Mark II, as we're using there, as its workhorse camera. Every single shoot you've ever seen within reason, there's a couple different cameras used, but almost every shoot with Owlbot has been done on the C500 Mark II. It's a workhorse camera. I love it. Probably my favorite camera I've ever used. Today, I'm lucky enough to say that I'm one of the first people to receive the C500 Mark II. Thanks to Filmtools, I got this guy as early as possible, so I'm going to do a quick unboxing because that's what was requested of me, and I'm kind of excited to see what was in it. It's Christmas, I'm filming this very quickly. I gotta get back to having fun with my lady. So, to start, my version came with a CF Express card reader and 512 card, which is nice because these are expensive. Put that aside for now. You've got your manual, your warranty card. That's cool. I guess I'm getting a little choppy up here. Neck strap. Don't know if we'll ever use that. Power cable. Okay. Monitor cable. That's important. Top handle. I actually don't know if I'll use this. If you saw my review of the C200, you'll know. While this is incredibly sturdy, I don't like it. I actually, for the monitor, prefer to just use a Noga arm or Cine arm or what's that thing that Matthews makes? Great build quality, not great design necessarily. Sorry, Canon. What else do we have? We have the annoying arm thing that spins and is very stiff, and I don't, that's the, whatever. So there's that. What is this? The actual monitor itself. Now this one I've heard is a slight update from the C200. This is actually much larger, it seems. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, there we go. There she is. The body with the handle attached. How about that? First impressions. Much heavier than the C500 Mark II, obviously. I've never actually been able to be hands-on with this camera, so this is actually quite fun for me. I'm noticing I did not get an EVF. Battery, these are BPA 60, standard C500 battery like you'd get anywhere. So that's nice that they didn't get a new battery for these things. I have heard that this sucks through batteries though, so I will be looking for a DTAP to power cable for that. Battery charger. Okay, this is nice. So this is the microphone mount. Now the microphone mount I currently have on that camera does not have this suspension option, but also this guy is always too big. No matter what shotgun mount I've ever seen, it's never, shotguns are thin. I don't know why they make them so big. So this seems to be a normal size, which is nice. That's nice. That appears to be it. So I did not get an EVF, which is fine, honestly, because I don't really use the EVFs. If you know anything about the C500 Mark II, you will know it is a full frame 6K camera. Well, before we get to that, let's just go over the body. Things I really like about this body over the other Canons, or just all the upgrades. Like this camera, the reason I bought it, and I did buy it, was because I felt like this was the culmination of a lot of commentary on the Canon cameras, and I'll be writing an article about this for ProVideoCoalition.com, but I think this is going to stack up against the Alexa LF, current C300 users, FX9 obviously. I think in the right hands this is going to be a serious weapon, and going forward you will see in all of the Owlbot content just where we go with it. So that's exciting. Built-in XLRs on the back instead of having to use a top handle. Up here we've got plenty of screw holes, which is quite nice. The handle from the C200, which I really like. I've heard people complain about the ergonomics of the Canon cameras. I don't understand that. For me, they work great. I like, normally I'll have a handle here. I like having all the buttons just accessible and ready to rock. Now, having the audio over here is, to some people, annoying, but to be fair, I'm used to having it on the top handle anyway, so it's not like It's not killing me. Let's see, a lot of buttons, ND filters. Now we're upgraded to the electronic NDs instead of, or the motor being electronic instead of having to physically move it with the C100 there. Slow and fast motion button with FPS adjuster, illumination, magnification, peaking, zebra, waveform. Obviously, all of these things can be changed in the menu. So, which I've done with that camera is I just made them all do what I want. LUT, you can send LUTs out from the SDIs, which is nice. We've got SDI output, so you can use it on a real set instead of the crappy HDMI. Time code, again, for a real set. Earlier I brought up that it was a full frame camera, and the reason I bring that up is I don't own any full frame glass. I shoot a Fuji X-T3 for stills, and used to shoot Nikon, and then I have a Nikon F2 for film photography. But I do have Mamiya RZ67, which is a medium format camera. And with that comes medium format glass here. I've also purchased, separately, photodiox adapter. And this is an EF mount, so I'm just gonna open the back of this. And now I have RZ glass on my C500 Mark II, which is gonna be great because I own a handful of these lenses. Focusing with this is a pain in the dingus, but I'll figure that out later. Until then, I'll probably just have to buy probably get one of those Sigma zooms for full frame because I do love the Sigma. We are gonna go in here without our handle because we're pressed for time. Again, it's currently Christmas as I speak to you. Sandisk Extreme Pro. I'm hoping these come down in price because at the moment they are expensive. Comes with free download of Rescue Pro for a year. I have yet to need data recovery software in my life, but you know, especially if you're going to be using a camera like this on a big shoot, good to have. So if you get one of these, don't throw this little guy away. Keep that. The CF Express Type B kind of looks about to be the size of an SD card, so that's nice, I suppose. Kind of beat. You know, this kind of reminds me of a Nintendo Switch card, but I like that it's not huge. Open that up. Put you in. It's got one SD card slot and two of these CF Express slots. That's interesting. But I suppose if you have a 128 gig SD card, you're probably good to go. Because at least on the C100, that was 11 hours of footage. All right, let's turn it on. Let's see what we got. Ooh, fan a-blowin'. Set the date and time. We are at -8. Low power warning. And it's off. Well, that was anticlimactic. I'm gonna need to charge the battery. That really ruins the fun, doesn't it? I did see that the lens worked though, so there is that. Well, I suppose in a follow-up video, because I want to get back to doing Christmas. In a follow-up video, I will talk about all the features and et ceteras. But as it stands right now, I am immeasurably excited about having purchased this camera. You know, this will probably power Owlbot for the next 5 years, as the C100 powered us for the previous. Like I said, I'm going to be writing a review for Pro Video Coalition that's going to explain my thoughts on this camera's position in the industry. Also, I will be on January 1st. You will be able to go to owlbot.co and you will be able to purchase the Owl Color picture profile for the C100 Mark II that I've been using over the past handful of years. People had always commented on my color straight out of camera, let alone after color correction, which is why I feel comfortable releasing it, because you know that only gets you so much the way. But the Owl Color picture profile is designed in such a way that you get better dynamic range. It's less steppy in the histogram, and the color is more in line with the Alexa, which is actually something that Art Adams talked about in his article about matching a C500 to an Alexa. So it is a little bit cribbed from there. But you'll be able to pick that up, like I said, January 1st, owlbot.co. Thanks once again to Filmtools for getting this into my hands post-haste. And you can expect to see more content from me about this camera, and obviously more content from this camera going forward. If I were to mount this like that, you know, now you've got like a little red competitor, you know, with the look of that. I will say the reason I went with Canon over Sony was simply because I was used to it. Also, it seemed like a more fully built out camera upon release. I'll get into all that. This is simply an unboxing and sort of a first impressions thing. I do like the weight of this, especially with that big lens on there, but like everything feels very sturdy. This is clearly made out of magnesium or metal. Everything's very secure. Once again, having XLRs on the body is a treat. Having this be its own thing is nice. We got a little hot shoe on top, plenty of screws, like I said. Thing's killing it. I'm excited to get into it. So we'll see you again soon. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Thanks for watching.